Hey everybody, Joy here. I'm back. I know I put up a video the other day about my James Bond dress, but I actually made that video weeks ago, so this is the first time I've been back since we went on our rally. Remember the rally at the Texas Motor Speedway? So I haven't been back since that, and so much has happened since that James Bond Texas Motor Speedway. You know about my James Bond dress? Yes. 2 of them actually, and thank you for all your compliments. You are all so sweet. I suppose I should have worn it, but I really was happy with what I wore because I matched sideburns and we looked like a little couple. Let me have a sip of my decaf hot tea. Those of you who can't stand sounds, you really just need to quit watching me. By the way, what is today? Today is May 3, 2022, Tuesday morning, about 10 o'clock. Yes, sounds. If you all can't handle the sounds, please just don't watch me anymore. I can't tell you how many sewing channels and quilting channels there are out there. And I can't think of another one that's got a goofy person like me doing them. Most of them are very calm, very quiet, soft-spoken. They don't jerk, they don't move, they don't click, they don't tick, they don't make noises. So please, please, please go watch them. I can't unbe me. I cannot unbe who I am. My whole family, if you had the 4 of us kids together, oh my heavens. We all make different sounds, we all have different sayings, we all do different things, and we're all outspoken and loud. So, you probably wouldn't want to be in my family if you can't handle sounds. Some lady said, "You people in Oklahoma all make the weirdest sounds." Okay, I don't know where she's from, but anyway. See, there was a sound. Ah, that means that was good. Okay, let's talk about what happened when we went to the Texas Motor Speedway. It was a week ago. It was just a week ago. Or was it the week before the week ago? Oh my goodness, where's my memory? April 18, 19, in there. That's how long ago it was. So here's what happened. We're all parked in this gigantic campground. It's the Geico supposed campground, but there's no campground about it. I mean, there's nothing to cook on. There's not a tree. There's not a blade of grass. There's not anything. It's just a giant parking lot. And so all of the people, and I can't remember how many were there, 165 RVs, maybe more. I don't know, I get my numbers all mixed up. But it wasn't full. It was far from full. But there was still a lot of people. And so what they did was they parked the RVs every other space. But all the spaces still weren't taken up. So it was a nice, comfortable group of people. So here's the thing. At the front entrance where you come in, they had this big white tent set up. And in the white tent were all these tables with chairs around them. And the next morning, everybody got there like the day before. Some people got there the morning of. But 1 o'clock the next afternoon or something, everybody's supposed to go to that white tent and get your badge, you know, that you wear around your neck and register. And they gave you a little bag with some stuff in it. And I don't even remember what was in it. I don't think it was all that exciting. But, and then they had they had one of the lunches there, I think, but we didn't go to that. Okay, so that doesn't matter. So picture this great big giant parking lot, RVs, every other parking space, but at the front there was the big white tent. In front of the big white tent were these 3, I think there was 3, maybe 4 RVs that they were trying to sell. Nobody was in them. They were just there, empty. And National Indoor RV Centers had them there so people can look at them and they could hopefully sell them, okay? So we were parked next to some new friends of ours. You know, when you start traveling in RVs, you keep meeting new people. It's really quite fun. So we hit it off with these people. Her name is Dallas and his name is Ed. And we agreed to meet. And if you would go in together, they would park you together. So we were parked next to them. So we were with them one morning. I think we'd gone up there to register actually. And we came out and they wanted to go in these trailers. I keep sure they're not trailers, Joy. They wanted to go in these RVs that were out there. And it was so windy. Oh my gosh, the wind, it never quit blowing the whole time we were there. But anyway, they wanted to go in the RVs. I'm thinking, fine, I'll follow them, get out of this stupid wind. So Jerry and I go in because they went in. We had no intention in the whole wide world of buying another RV. We just bought two in less than a year. So we went in there just to look around. And the model we were in was called a Ventana. And so we thought, oh, well, let's go see what the Ventana looks like, because we have a Ventana LE. And a Ventana LE is just a shorter version of the Ventana. But it turns out the Ventana can be half a dozen different lengths. So anyway, we went into it, and it was a full-length one. And so Jerry and I were just walking around, just looking at stuff, just because we were basically waiting for our friends, right? And so our friends had left, and they had gone on to a different coach. And Jerry and I were just talking about, oh, this is like the one we have, and oh, I'd like this one, except over here I'd rather have this than that, and back here I'd rather have this than that, and I don't really want to have this, I'd rather have that. And we were just yakking to each other. We didn't even know anybody was listening to us. And so in a little while, this man came up to us, and turned out he was a salesman, duh. And he said, I've been listening to the two of you. And he said, it just so happens, and it really did just so happen, it just so happens that all the things you two have mentioned are in a coach that was just traded in yesterday. Yesterday. And it wasn't there. Now, this Texas Motor Speedway and the NIRVC, I call them nervous. Okay, so let's call them nervous from now on. National Indoor RV Centers, I call them nervous. That's how NIRVC sounds to me. They were about 30 minutes apart. They're both down there in Texas. The Speedway's in Fort Worth, and Nervous is in Louisville. So we said, well, we'd like to see it. How far away is it? And he said about a 30-minute drive. And Jerry said, well, can we go see it? And he said, yes. Why don't you meet me there tomorrow morning? Or maybe we went the same day. I don't remember. Time just gets all wrapped up in itself anymore in my brain. We went down there to Nervous. And the man showed us this RV had not been touched. The people brought it, said, here's our trade-in, give us our new one, we're out of here. It had not been touched. It had only been there a day. And when we got there, the windshield people were there. And they were putting a brand new windshield in it. And so it was as is. It had not been cleaned. Inside it had not been cleaned. Outside it was as the people left it there. So we went inside it and we were just in awe and amazement. It looked like a brand spanking new RV. Everything was just clean and not broken or scratched or dented or torn or stained or anything. It was just amazing. And it had all the things that we had said that we wish that other RV had had. Yeah! We were to buy another one. So because this was a trade-in, it was a superb price. In fact, we talked our friends into never buying a new one again. Said, for heaven's sakes, buy a used one next time. You can get one. In fact, the blue and white one, the Ventana, by the tent that we went into, it was like 6 months old. The people bought it, decided they wanted something else, traded in. It was like 6 months old, but thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands less than if you buy it new. So that's neither here nor there. So anyway, they told us how much it was. We decided that was a really good price. So we went back to the campground where we were supposed to be at the Texas Motor Speedway. Told the guy we'd think about it. And I think Jerry thought about it for about 10 minutes and called the guy back. Jerry said, oh my gosh, Joey, we've got to jump on this. It wasn't advertised yet. So there was no advertisements anywhere on RV Trader or on the Nervous, whatever they put out, and so nobody knew about it. We were the only ones that knew about it. And so Jerry said, we need to jump on this thing, Joy. We need to get that before they get it cleaned up and advertised. So, needless to say, we now have 2 RVs sitting out in our driveway again. I know. We don't trade ours in. We sell them ourselves because you make a lot more money that way. So, the reason so who cares? Why are you telling us that? Because you're going to see me sewing in this new, it's not new, it's a 2020. You're going to see me sewing and making videos and doing devotions in this newer RV, and I mean, you have a right to know what the heck happened and why are they in a different RV. So that's the only reason I told you that, okay? This is an insert. I was just talking away, telling you everything in the whole wide world, but the camera was clogged up and it wasn't recording me. Finally, it just went dead. You know, in the video camera, there's this itty-bitty, teeny-weeny little card that you slip in the slot, and it holds the videos. Well, I had a whole bunch of kitty clips on there from, I think it was April the 9th, and there's 11 clips, and I haven't gotten them off yet. So I had to go in there and dump those off so I can talk to you some more. So I was telling you about the coach. I'm sure you'd probably like to see pictures of it, but it's not ready to have pictures taken yet. We're still moving out of one and into the other one, and it's just a lot of work. We've been sleeping in it the last 2 nights, so the bedroom and the bathroom are very used at the moment. So, you'll see it. If you want to see what it looks like, look up on YouTube, Newmar Dutch Star 2020. Dutch Star 2020, and there's a whole bunch of videos on it, so you'll be able to see what it looks like. Probably, you know, you can get a different table, and you can get a different couch, and you can get recliners or theater seats, but you'll basically see what it looks like. Ours is brown. Some of them are blue, I think. Ours is browns, cream color and a brown color on the outside. So I don't have time to really do any more pictures or videos today because I've got to get out and help Jerry get moved into it. Lots and lots to do. Mainly get moved out of the other one so we can sell it. You know, you can't sell something with towels and dishes and bedding and all kinds of things in it. So, if you're interested, you can check it that way. I made you another video today already, and it's already up. I think I put it live already. It's called Kitty Quilt Update. Be sure and watch that one if you're interested in the kitty quilt. It has a surprise in it, a big surprise. It talks about the memorial service and a surprise that God gave me right after the service. Very exciting. All right, gonna let you go for now, but I promise I'll be back soon doing something. Sewing related, quilting related, RV related, or joy related. Okay? Bye until then.